Welcome. In today's video, we are going to look at the claim process using Elite policy. To start, I will open the General Takaful module. In this case, I do not have a policy that has already been paid. We all know that to raise a claim for a policy, the policy must have been paid. So I'm going to group this view into the product and payment status. This will enable me to get a policy that has been paid for the purpose of this demonstration. I can favorite this filter for reuse. I can also share it with other users in the system. So now that the view has been grouped, I will open any of the drop down and see the grouping. This is the draft that has not been paid, not paid. This draft has not been approved, I mean to say, not paid and paid. So I'm going to search for a policy that has been paid and get the policy number. Let's check this one out. There's a claim on this already. I need one that has no claim. Right. So this policy does not have a claim. I'll copy it. I've copied the policy number. Now I'll proceed to open the claim management menu, and on this interface I will create a claim record. On this policy number field, I will input the policy number that I copied earlier, and select. This will populate some of the fields in this claim interface with details from the policy. I will input the last date of this claim. I'm saying 2nd of January. I will input the date the insurance company was notified. I will input the type of loss. Yes. I'll input the cause of loss. In this case, I'll just say driver mistake. I will input deductible excess if applicable. In this case, I'll just leave it at 0. I'll input the description. Here you will describe the claim. So I'm just going to input anything here for this demonstration. I do not have a proper description for this, so I'm just inputting anything. I will input the claim location on this field. Right. Okay. Now that I've done that, I need to upload the claim documents. Now I can save this claim. Right. So after saving the claim record, the next thing to do is to create a reserve. To create a reserve, I will click on this claim reserve button. This will open a view where I can see the create button, which I will then proceed to click. I'll have to select who the approver of this reserve. In this case, I will select anybody, though I am an admin, which means I can approve this reserve. In the real scenario, you will select an employee that can approve this reserve. Now, to create this reserve, I will add a line under the line section of this reserve interface. This will automatically populate the risk ID, and then I will indicate what the item I'm creating a reserve for. This is for claim payment. The cover, this third party cover. And this will automatically populate the sum insured and the premium. So how much do I want to reserve, which I will indicate here? I want to reserve 50,000. I will save this, submit, and I will approve this because I have the rights as an admin. Okay, now we have created a reserve for this claim. We, we can go back to the claim and proceed with sending a discharge voucher. After creating the reserve, the discharge voucher button will be visible. I will then proceed to click on the discharge voucher button. On this interface, I will select the voucher type. This is a general discharge voucher. I will also select the type of the DV. This is third party. In this case, you have these very records, you can proceed to input them. The estimated amount, loss adjusters, deduction, policy access, 50% premium by co-insurer, 20% penalty unauthorized payment, and adjusted amount. Okay. You can see on the adjusted amount, the value that are imputed on the reserve has been pre-populated. So I do not have any of this. I'm just going to proceed and input any amount, random amount. But in real life scenario, you will have these details. So I'll then proceed to send and print the discharge voucher. This will download the discharge voucher as a PDF file into my system. I will then close this. I will save this. Okay, I can just close this because I don't want to accept it for now. Because in real life scenario, when this discharge voucher is printed, you will then send to the insured So after every back and forth, and the insured have accepted the amount, the discharge voucher, and everything, they have signed it and returned it to the insurance company. Then we will come back to this claim and click on the discharge voucher button again. Now, in this scenario, we will then assume that the insured have accepted the offer. Then we will impute the signed date which we received this document, which was signed and accepted. I will say it was accepted today. Now proceed to click on the accept button. After doing this, next thing to do is to create a claim requisition. To do that, I'll proceed to click on this button, claim requisition. Right. Now I've clicked on this button, we are directed to this interface where I'll click on create button. Now I'll have to indicate the claim difference handling. We reserved 50,000 and we offered the insured 50,000. So are we paying the complete 50,000 or are we paying the 30,000 now to balance 20,000 later? In this scenario, since the amount is low, we are paying complete. So I will say full payment. Right. Then I'll have to add the product line in this section lines. I'll click on add a line. I will indicate the requisition item. This is claim payment. If there are taxes, you can input them here. Withholding tax for credit notes. If you have those information, you input. So how much are we paying? I'm saying 50,000. The narration will then be being full final payment for claim with claim number. The payee, who is the insured, automatically is pulled from the policy. In this case, if the payee has their bank details already imputed in the system, automatically it will reflect on this section. Now, I'll proceed to save and close. Down here, I'll select my manager and submit. I'll select yeah, I'll click on submit. So being logged on as an admin user, I have the roles. I can proceed to complete this approval process without the interference of any other. But in real life, this will go through different stages of approval. I have submitted to my manager. My manager will cross-check. They will receive an email notification that, with all the attached claim uh, uh, pictures, documents. They will, investigate and see that everything is to their satisfaction, and then proceed to approve. Once the manager have approved, they will submit to the auditor. In this case, the auditor, I will select it as the authorizer. I will choose another name, even though I can proceed to approve, but I still have to indicate whom the emails will be sent to. And then I will click on submit. Once I'm satisfied. If I'm not satisfied as the auditor, I can, decide to reject and refuse it. Now this has been sent to the authorizer, and being the authorizer, I'll proceed to approve, send to the approver because I'm satisfied with the information I'm seeing. So this is how it will go until we reach to the final approval. This approval will need to impute their SID. And then it goes to the next person, the final approval. Once it is finally approved, that is it from the claim unit and the manager that finally approved it. So it is then left for the account unit to proceed to register payment for this claim. The account can see this from the expense module. Under the underwriting and expense reports, I'll click on to pay. This will show all the pending claim that needs to be paid. And as you can see, the one that we just did is the first in the list. So I'll proceed as an accountant to click on the claim. You can see all the documents, and then I'll proceed to register payment on the system. You select the payment method, receipt type, and narration. Recipient bank account, you input it and narrate. The journal where the money will be paid from. Okay, so being claim payment for you can go ahead and input right, then proceed to create payment. And now this claim has been paid. That completes the claim process in Elite Policy. Thank you for watching.